Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? Oh my goodness, it's Sunday, it's Easter, and it's April Fool's Day. Hopefully you guys have been doing well. Unfortunately, no, I'm not planning to pull any pranks or anything like that. I think the day more or less has passed, and hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves, your April Fools, your Easter if you celebrate Easter, and of course, thank you very much, MechaGM, for the auto host. What do you mean it's not April Fools? It's still April Fools in my neck of the woods there. But who's all here? How are you guys doing? How you doing, Garland? Hopefully you're doing well today. For today, though, we're back. It's April, and I wanted to start fresh with the RPG of the month here. And it's actually another RPG by Falcom. And so you might know them. They're the ones who actually created Ys. We've actually streamed a couple of their games before. Ys 1 and 2 last year, and Ys 7 this year. So right now we're actually going to play Xanadu next. And I did a little bit of research actually for this game, and surprisingly there actually still is a website about that Falcom. Actually, one great thing about Falcom, they actually make a lot of websites for all their games, and they still keep them up, and it's really actually interesting. But this one's actually a little bit more unique this time around. And it's not going to look the best, I'll tell you that right now. How you doing, Walnut? Hopefully you had yourself a great Easter and a great April Fool's Day. Hope you had a good weekend. Once again, sorry about not actually streaming for the last couple days. One of the best things I could definitely recommend for people who want to get into the hobby of streaming, especially if you do the everyday route, there are days where you will just need to give yourself a break, or if you can't figure out what you want to stream, do yourself the favor and don't stream. Last couple days, I haven't been in the right mindset, and I couldn't really figure out a game that I think would be entertaining for the time on stream. Because if I just stream like a random game, and I'm not going to make any progress. For example, actually, if you really want to know what I actually did during my time off, I've had a lot of monkeys on my back here in terms of playing games. Completing games. I want to try and complete Borderlands 2, which I'm only 2 achievements away from that. Playing Civilization 6, it's been ages since I played that, and just, if you're in a Civilization game, you know how that goes. And finally, just simply in the mindset of streaming, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to stream. Something I found entertaining without, a game that would get some sort of meaningful progression in, and I couldn't really figure out one that I'd want to enjoy, either enjoy playing through again, or just sitting back and being able to relax. Couldn't really figure out one, because a lot of games I know I fall back on, but even then I wasn't really feeling like playing through them. So that's really what happened here. That's nice, you had a nice relaxing Easter family. That was more or less my day as well, just kind of relax and chill. But why don't we jump on in here and we can actually start our next adventure here with Xanadu next. This is going to be an interesting game. I always love how they have these opening scenes. Falcom always does a great job in their presentation, but I'm going to be moving back and forth between the keyboard and mouse this adventure here. So right now, new game, simply want to know one thing. They want my name. So let's start off our character here. This is definitely one of those games where you can simply pick your character's name and it'll carry you through. I speak of a time when I traveled with an irritating individual. An awkward man devoid of all social graces. Already everyone can connect to this statement. But through these feelings are the first that ever came to me. My mind always returns to the words he spoke in his later years. There is no path to follow that would serve me better. Thus I walk that path, and I do not waver. As I reminisce here, I find it all rather embarrassing. For I had judged the man unfairly, never truly understanding him. Excerpt from The Last Night, Chapter 2, The Black Bride, by Charlotte L. Wells. And now we're on a boat. We're heading to another backwards village. It is quite the broom. I've never seen such a deep fog. And I heard the lake was large, but seeing is truly believing. The distance from Ulston and Harlech is quite staggering. Boatman, how much farther is to the island? Well, I reckon we're about at the halfway point, give or take. Still so far to go. Lake Oro was not simply aptly named, it is more an ocean than a lake. Haha, the name don't do it justice. I'll say, though, I'm not surprised. Faring across such a pretty young thing, and here you're gonna be studying at the Royal Academy to boot. Ah, you flatter me, sir. Harlech Island ain't all that big, but you can't take 2 steps without tripping over an ancient ruin. You saying you're studying archaeology? Well, miss, you came to the right place. So that fella your bodyguard or something? Happy Easter to you, Michiru Swift. From his getup, I'd say he's one of them knights. Rare breed these days. He is of the North Sea Chevaliers. We come from the same orphanage. North Sea, you say? Quite the pedigree. I hear a man's tested sword to claw against a lion before he can rightly call himself one of those. He's a top-class swordsman, to be sure. Although, the war did dampen his spirits a bit. The War of the Knights, eh? Yeah, don't blame him. Fighting hard for king and country, and then all at once, every one of them gets the boot. No honor, no nothing. Just told to disband. They'd get hunting down, just like criminals or something. Lost their livelihood, too. Minister got it all. Of course, most of them start working as mercenaries. Your fellow there's lucky to have ye. Still don't know what in blazes Prime Minister Zordius was thinking. It's fog. Souping on us, isn't it? Best ye keep a sharp eye. There may be something for you to see out there. Truly? Do you think we'll be able to see it? Ah, so you heard about it, have ye? Of course, 'tis the main reason I've come. Should have guessed as much. You're a quite fascinating lass, after all. Ah, there it is, out yonder. We got a name for it around these parts. We call it Strange Rock. Lake Orwell's famous Castle Strange Rock. Gotta always like their openings. So, just to remind you, this game was developed and published in 2005, originally for the N-Gage before they remade it to this, in the same year actually in Japan, but we didn't get it until, at least on Steam in the US, until 2016. You got great timing coming here when you did. Castle only shows itself when there's mist hanging over the lake. Orwell's Castle Strange Rock. Everybody around these parts knows about it. Good for tourism, I'll warrant. Interesting. Pity it vanished as quickly as it did, though. Would have liked to get a better look at it. Sorry, miss. You'd have no luck there. Darn thing always runs away when you get too close, all shy-like. Some say it's just a mirage, and that there's an old trickster which making it appear and disappear. Either way, if you were here long enough, we'll get to see it again. Lots of times, too, I bet. Glad to hear it. No talk of Strange Rock's complete without bringing up the legend of the sword, Tu Long Zhan. Tu Long Zhan? If I'm not mistaken, that would translate from the old tongue as Dragon Slayer. My, what a glorious name for a sword. Surprised the Scarlet Lass like you don't already know about it. Legend said that the Dragon Slayer sleeps within the darkest depths of Strange Rock. All just scuttlebutt, though. Nobody even knows that the castle's real, much less that fancy-sounding sword. Still, an ancient castle that only appears in the mist, and a holy sword that rests therein. It's like a fairy tale. Just hearing about it makes my heart beat faster. You got spirit, miss. If you want to know more, talk to the locals. They got me beat on all the details. I certainly will. Thank you so much for all you've done, kind sir. May your return be swift. My pleasure. Good luck out there. Be sure to take care now. Well, Tenmar, we made it. I suppose the first thing we should do would be secure lodgings, no? Alright then. Off we go. As mute as everything. The first step of our adventure to unraveling the mystery around the particularly old castle begins now. Come, we've no time to waste. Oh look, a fantasy JRPG that has dragons. Yeah, but here's the thing though. This is effectively the spiritual sequel to Xanadu, which was all the way back in the 1980s. So they at least have a reason why, specifically, this was about dragons. 3 years had passed since the War of the Knights. And with that struggle, the man whom I'd loved as my brother back at the orphanage had suddenly lost his honor and his way. He was adrift. Yeah, no, not the movie. Not the movie, the game. It was also developed by Falcom. Neon Falcom has been around since, let's see, I think I remember Xanadu was on, when I looked it up, it was on the PC2. I could not bear to see my brother in such a state, and so I invited him to join me on this expedition. Looking back, it was truly the first step on an adventure. Neither of us had any inkling of the tribulations to come. But here we are. It's not a bad room at all, really. Rather cozy, in fact. Should make an excellent base of operations. Which brings us to our mission here. We're to be the first explorers to uncover the mysteries of Castle Strange Rock. Exciting, no? However, despite its fame, there's very little information about it. All we truly know, in fact, is that it appears on the lake when the mist rolls in. That's why I think its best course of action is to explore the ruins scattered across this island. Between the ruins and any local legends we may happen upon, I'm sure we'll find some clue to aid our search. I suppose the best place to start is with the townsfolk. Let's ask around and see what we can learn, shall we? If we split up, we'll cover more ground. Good luck, Tenmar. So, now we officially have control. So, this is Char, or Charlotte as you know her. We can actually talk to her, and she effectively holds all our inventory and such. So anything we want to leave with her, or any money and such, we can. So we can just go store things. And this is partially where I'll need to actually swap things in and out between using the mouse and using the gamepad, because apparently this is the unfortunate part when they ported it from the N-Gage to the actual PC. You needed to move a lot. Apparently there weren't enough buttons So I can leave any items and money here, or charge safekeeping while I'm out. So there's basically 3 windows here. A lot of stuff. So I can just move on between these 3. And if I want to give her money, I can just click on Manage. And I can click up and down, or left or right, and such. Or I can just click Exit, which I'm going to do. And I can rest there. Rest will be something for, is basically related to combat. And also change the camera. So kind of like Ys. I'd say, you know, the development... The artwork is always nice. That's one thing Falcom always does really well. But I gotta be honest, this game is definitely showing its age. It definitely is showing its age. So the first thing I want to go to is talk to Merchant Baggins here. He's the one who basically is our weaponsmith and armor smith. What do we have here? You're supposed to be a knight or something? Night hunt might be over, but I still wouldn't recommend walking around in that getup. Unless some loyalists snitch you out and you get thrown in jail. That ain't just some costume, though. You're the real deal, ain't you? North Seas, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta be getting near the last of your kind out there. One of Furnival's men, no? Poor bastard got publicly executed, I hear. He and the rest of you helped so much with the Leyland's early days, and what thanks do you get? All your honor property and land is taken, and your leader's killed. Makes me sick thinking about it. Marquis Furnival was a good, honest man, and the North Seas used to be the best. Well, you ain't got a thing to worry about with me. I won't tell anyone who you are. Don't think no one else here would turn you in either. Still, you'd best find yourself a new job, and get as far away from knighthood as you can. Soldier, mercenary, take whatever you can get, and never look back. That's what I did. So, I can talk to Baggins here. He's... Oops, that's the wrong button. So, he's basically our shopkeep. So, any armor, gear, and such, at the top of the shop menu, I'm just gonna I'll just give you the brief description here. So, one thing about this game that is more in line with Ys is actually... Let me see, can I even afford anything? I could probably buy the cap. I can buy a cap, yeah. I can buy that. And I can actually... No, let's not sell that. So one thing about this game is related to the actual game's combat here. So I will actually explain it all here. So much like Ys, you know how I always had to hold down do a special attack? Well, that's very similar to what this game actually has. So I can scroll over here, over to my dagger. It's a one-handed weapon. However, there's a proficiency that you can actually build up in this game. And of course, every single weapon and gear in this game requires a certain set of stats here. So I want to equip this cap. I can actually drag it over. And there I'm equipped with a cap there. And it'll reflect a little bit on your character. But there's also skills here above me. And there's active and passive skills. And there's a certain amount of times you can effectively use it before you have to rest or heal. So I can do thrust 20 times. But the more I use thrust on enemies, the more I'll become proficient in the weapon and skill. And much like E7, if you played that game, if you want to actually permanently learn it, you have to stick with that weapon for quite some time. And the highest proficiency it goes up to is 200%. And there is the benefit, the more you stick with that weapon, the better you'll do, and the higher damage you'll do. So there definitely is a huge benefit to that sort of thing. This is the other place we want to go to here, this other place. Purposeful young woman. So while I was out, I was exploring the ruins the other day, and I got my hands on this odd sort of card. It has an unusual design emblazoned on it, like some old spirit or deity. A card, you say? May I see it? Just as I thought. It's a guardian card. Sealed within is the power of one of Harlesh's many ancient spirits. Oh, sounds like I may have stumbled on something good. So pray tell, what are these guardians? Gods, angels, spirits, watchers, take your pick. We have a tradition surrounding these guardians here in Lindale Lakes region. When a baby is born, it's taken to the spirit's sanctum to be baptized and infused with the power of a guardian. Huh, okay. What purpose does that serve exactly? Well, they say that a person's abilities and disposition are decided upon the star of destiny at the very moment of birth. Physical stamina, magical proficiency, personal fortune, and weapon mastery alike are all determined largely by the heavens. Of course, anyone can learn these things through practice and growth, but impossible to deny that inherent talents exist and vary from person to person. So we borrow the mystic powers of guardians to compensate for our shortcomings, or augment our natural faculties, you could say. Interesting. Seems I've learned something today. Something potentially advantageous, I might add. Probably not as advantageous as you'd like to be, I'm afraid. See, a guardian's bond lasts a lifetime, and it's not something you can trade up. Once it's in, it's in. Only one. And it ain't coming out. That's why new mothers get all in a tizzy when it comes time to pick out a guardian for their baby. I see, so this guardian card I've got is only useful for newborns and mothers to be, huh? Doesn't sound like quite the find I was hoping for. Nope, don't expect to get much money for it. There's only one lady with a newborn here in Harlech, and she's already made her decision. Sorry to disappoint. The Guardian seal this card. If only I could use its powers. Should have made my job a lot easier. He's in and out of the ruins all day. Well, now, if it ain't a night, you don't see many your kind anymore. Here to explore the ruins? It may interest you to know there's a brand new set of them right here in town, discovered by yours truly just the other day. Started digging the foundation for our new storehouse when suddenly the ground gave way. And there they were. Needless to say, it was quite the surprise. I mean, I knew there were a lot of ruins on Harlech Island, but it's pretty absurd to discover new ones right under the town. Pretty crazy, huh? We're afraid the kids might get in, so the area's all locked up at the moment. But the priestess at the Spirit Sanctum's got the key, if you're interested. The ruins are on the east side of town, and the Spirit Sanctum's opposite of them, on the west side. Tell Lady Lise that Spence sent you. So this is Spence here. He's our shopkeep for curios and stuff. So basically you can buy medicines and other items to make our dungeon crawling a whole lot easier. We can also sell items as well, so basically we can buy ourselves health potions, and onyx and such. So I guess black onyx here is our, our town portal here. There's spells as well, so instead of also just learning active abilities through weapon arts, there's also spell arts as well. As you can see, they're kind of expensive. We only have 10 gold left right now. And we can also buy keys from him, which the cost of keys, apparently the more you buy, the more expensive they actually become, so you have to kind of be smart with your use of keys. But for now, I want to go over to the priest. Speaking of that newborn mother. This definitely just reminded me of like PlayStation 2, PlayStation times. Which makes sense, because 2005. I don't even think it was released out for the PlayStation. It was literally just a PC release back in 2005. Aside from the N-Gage release. And with that, the spiritual ceremony is complete. The card's guardian now rests safely within the child's body. How good would you say this game is? I have no idea. That's exactly what that's exactly the purpose of Beat the Backlog. 1, to clear out my backlog. 2, for this year, focus on RPGs, because we've got a ton of them. And 3, kind of discover games, and Falcom really has a very good reputation when it comes to creating fantasy adventure games. Oh, I guess fantasy RPGs. I think Ys is still their strongest. Like I said, this is a spiritual successor to Xanadu, so you're basically moving from a game back in the 1980s, which I looked up some video, and it definitely hasn't aged well, to something more akin to Ys, so more gameplay that I personally would find more enjoyable. But Falcom has always made, at the very least, if you like it, I like actually playing games with a story over anything else. That's my personal preference. But especially when it comes to RPGs, like if it doesn't have a good story or at least some characters I like and such, I kind of lose interest very quickly. But usually with games like dungeon crawlers and stuff, I'm always enthused. I always have a good time playing through them. So if anything, I say sit back, pop yourself some popcorn, and watch and make a decision for yourself if it's actually worth your time playing through it. Personally, though, I would easily wait for a sale, though. 20 bucks on GOG, that doesn't sound right. And GOG always has constant sales, too. There's of no consequence. I merely wish the child to grow up healthy in both in mind and body. The newborn comes into this world lacking the guiding light of a guardian. I guess she's basically the village leader here. You are... I heard tell of a knight accompanying a researcher who seeks Castle Strangerock. That would be you, I presume. I'm the head priestess of the Spirit Sanctum. Please call me Lise. Or Lies. Unfortunately, something rather unsettling happened in the ruins to the north. I'm afraid all travel there is barred until the investigation ends. You wish to enter the back alley ruins? Why would you desire to do that? So it was Spence. Man is quite troublesome at times. Very well then. You may enter, but be warned, monsters have made their home inside. Please be sure you're well equipped before setting foot in the ruins. Allow me to give you the key to access the area. There we go. Knights such as yourself have gone off seeking Castle Strangerock and never come back. As you proceed within the ruins, you may chance upon those who didn't return. Do be careful. So, Lise here does a couple of things here. One, she's actually the person we go to level up. So anytime we level up, we can actually spend our bonus points here, and we have a couple of stats. Unfortunately, this game didn't come with a manual or anything like that. I tried looking up one, I honestly couldn't find one. So, you know, there's strength, intelligence. I don't know what REF is supposed to mean. I really actually confused. Con, usually that means Constitution, and MND usually means Mind. One interesting thing about this game, I know all my gear here only takes 5 of everything here, but if you remember what I'm looking over the weapons real quick, weapons and armor in this game will actually require every single stat. So you can't just say focus on all strength and expect to do well or expect to equip any new items or gear. You're going to have to level up everything. You probably have to wait and watch it on VOD because of the time zone difference. I don't blame you at all, Garland. I don't blame you at all. But, as you know, I always make a highlight of everything, so you can always watch it as a VOD. The other interesting thing about this game that I found, interesting, if you do screw up on your leveling, you can actually decrease your ability here. So right now I'm obviously level 1. Can't exactly go down any further than level 1. So if I do screw up on my stat build, or I want to change the way I'm playing, I can always actually just decrease my level. So, for now, the back alley ruins here. We can actually play the game proper. Ref stands for reflexes. You know, that actually is probably would make sense. So this is basically our tutorial area. Oops, that's system menu. Honestly, the controls for this game are a little weird. Like, you press in R3, brings up the system menu. Like, if I press pause, that'll bring up my mouse. I don't know why they have that set up for that, but it does. So, we got our first key. And this is effectively our tutorial done. Can you remap controls? Yes, you can. So before you even launch the game, you can remap all of your controls. So you can definitely choose the build or the control setup that you prefer. But in either case, though, unfortunately, the gamepad, it's limited. I'd probably say, I personally like it. I'm playing a dungeon crawler game, I've got to use the keyboard and mouse, unless it's something like Dungeons of Dreadmore. Now that's a super fun game. Near impossible to beat, though. Incredibly difficult to beat. As expected, keys can only be used to open locked doors. Each key may only be used once, however, so it's highly recommended that you keep a stockpile of them on hand at all times. Keys may be purchased from the curio shop in town, but their cost varies in accordance with supply and demand. In other words, the more keys you buy, the more you'll pay for them the next time around. There is a way to keep the cost of keys down, however. Just remember, if you can help the shopkeeper acquire the materials needed to make more keys, supply and demand will equal out. So that's kind of one of the unique aspects of this game, is that they're making it. And of course, we also do have our mini-map here. We can enlarge that. in the upper right-hand corner there. And you might also notice a little bit of a text log, and this also will turn to combat. When an enemy comes within range of your attack, a circle will be displayed on the ground beneath it. If you're using the mouse as your primary means, control, position your cursor within the circle, and left-click to swing the weapon. Whenever possible, it is recommended that you try attacking enemies from the side or from the back. This significantly increases the damage dealt. Also, please note that as you've become accustomed to wielding a particular weapon, its proficiency value will increase, which will in turn boost its attack power. So, the more I actually learn how to use the weapon, if I actually attack an enemy from behind, there's also that as well. Like I said, personally, I'm a huge fan of dungeon crawlers. They are probably the most enjoyable thing for me. So, my proficiency was at 0%, now I'm at 1.9. So the more I actually end up using the dagger, the more I'll be able to actually use it. And I just finally figured out how to actually access my menu and change item stuff. Like I said, this is why it's kind of clunky. And I know I don't have the mouse shown for a very good reason, because I don't want the mouse just kind of hanging in there all the time. Each and every weapon in the game has unique skills sealed within it. The dagger you currently are wielding, for example, has a skill called Thrust, which may be used to fling lightweight enemies backwards, knocking them to the ground. Only the skill that currently equipped and selected may be used. However, as new skills are learned, they can be dragged from your inventory menu into the circular slots at the top of the screen to equip them. Then, during or before battle, you may left-click on one of the four to mark it as your currently selected skill. Note that there are also buttons set on your gamepad, yada yada. Also know that as you become more proficient with your weapon, you will eventually learn the skill it houses, allowing you to equip and use that skill even while wielding other weapons. Do beware, however, for each skill may only be used a finite number of times, as represented by the meter at the top of the screen. If this meter hits 0, that particular skill may only be used again after you've rested or placed your hands upon a holy shrine. So that's our thrust skill, and then we can just walk him back. So, like this guy, he's a very lightweight enemy. So if it's green there, we're basically attacking head on. If it turns red there, we'll most likely get a bonus attack there. You know, I really wish there were more dungeon crawlers. Like, I saw, was it recently? This is a camera control, I'm not even gonna bother with this one here. Ooh, a bone obtained. Like, was it, what was that game? I know it's released only for the PlayStation 4. It's, what was it? The Witch and the Hundred Knight. Like, they're making a sequel for that game. I wish I actually played the original, but it was only out for the PlayStation. And I still wish that, NIS would actually get off their butts and... I don't have a key. I apparently need a key. Do I not have a key? You're kidding me. Alright. Can I go this way? No, I do not. I should have bought the key. Now I know how to feel. Unfortunately, let's see, how much money do I have? Money 65. Yep, I do need to buy a key. Like Etrian Odyssey series. You can make your team and part of the game as being a cartographer, plus the music is phenomenal. Yeah, no, that's one thing that's always really great about a lot of RPGs. They have such great the music is just always well composed. Like, this is meant to be a lot, I guess, oops, that's... I could actually sell this here. Nope. I'm just gonna keep the bone then. Yeah, so I can only buy that one key there. I can buy another, actually. I'm curious. Okay. There it is, 21 gold. So it... Oh, wow, it only is going up in increments of 1. Interesting. I was thinking it's like you buy one key, instantly it'll cost 40 gold instead. Like I said, I like dungeon crawling games. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I love them. Like, they're always enjoyable to me. Like, I never have a bad time playing a dungeon crawler game. Like, whether it's like just a square, you know, like a alternating turn-based game. Whoopsie. Another bone. Dungeon crawling can be done right. I'm going to... knock him on the ground. I've enjoyed quite a few dungeon crawlers. Yeah, I just kind of wish I could find more of them or something. I guess kind of like I guess more exploring ones and stuff like that. That's why I really like the ease ones. Wooden crates may be pushed around the ground or smashed apart with the swing of your weapon. On the first hit, any crate will be cleaved in twain, leaving a pile of wood just tall enough to climb atop. These half-broken crates may be used as stepping stools to reach higher ground. Sadly, once reduced, the crate becomes far too delicate to push, and it will remain rooted in place. If struck a second time, the crate will be completely decimated, leaving only the sawdust behind. Fortunately, if you leave the room and re-enter, any crates you maimed or destroyed will be restored. So this is effectively the puzzle aspect here of the game. Push that down, and we can just walk up, grab ourselves some treasure. And we got our first item here, the robe. And this is why I said, primarily, I am going to be using, I'll be using the mouse, because doing this, so if I want to actually use this, and if I let go of the start button, and this is what makes this dumb, if I actually want to equip this, first I have to actually use the right button. I need to actually hold start, drag it with the mouse, or drag it with my joystick, hold down square, and then release it to actually equip it. Not exactly efficient compared to just simply using my mouse just for 1 second. So this example here, I can attack this and climb on up. Acquired a bone. About bones. What's so special about monster bones anyway? Perhaps you could take them to the curio shop. I guess if I sell them, they'll actually have something for me. Oh, okay. Oh, that hurt like heck. So, like I said, this is very reminiscent of a lot of the old RPGs. Like, there's even a text log actually saying what I'm actually, you know, where I am, what I'm doing and such. I think I have one more key. Let's go see if this actually goes anywhere. And it goes somewhere, alright. I don't like it when it's quiet. Oh, that's not good. Leveling up. Oh, sweet. It's a full heal level up system. When you level up, you gain HP and also obtain bonus points. There are many types of stats you can increase at the Spirit Sanctum. And also get her skill up too. Nice. Let's take care of her. That wasn't so bad. I like it's like this is a very mellow, like an extremely mellow song. What's this? What the? Okay, what I get? Tabula, Ares. The sacred writings of Xanadu are engraved upon this tablet. Shar might be able to decipher it if you give this to her. Interesting. Ooh. I've obtained a crown. The thing you tend to worry about old RPGs is making one bad decision that makes the rest of the playthrough impossible. Well, that's actually the one nice thing about, so far this game here, it sounds interesting, is you're able to, like, de-level your character. Unknown swordsman. Oh-ho, 'tis a knight. I saw your silhouette and wondered what manner of creature was lurking in such a place as this. What a pity to see that which was once an honorable profession reduced to such petty thievery. No matter, I come for the crown. Give it to me now, lest it fall into the hands of those who would misuse it. You may think to sell it, or even wear it, but I assure you such disregard would yield the gravest of consequences. I shall speak nothing of this meeting, and no harm will come to you if you simply hand me the crown. Now. No. Such pride will get you killed, good Sir Knight. You may have reason for this reticence, but if you do not relinquish the crown, then I will not stay my sword. Oh, the fun. Very well, you brought this fate upon yourself. On guard. Nope! Okay, he's going to kill me. He is going. Oh! I can't even actually hurt him. Alright, I am one dead man. Fine, have the crown. So, that blade is not just decoration for your belt. You show promise, Sir Knight, but you lack finesse. You seem hesitant, unsure, or perhaps lost. You cannot hope to stand against the great Dvorak with such weak resolve. Prepare yourself! He's gonna kill me! At the least, I shall end your life with the honor and preserve your dignity as a youth. I'm dead! He killed me! 'Twas a fair fight, sir. I now claim what is rightfully mine. I regret my actions, but you left me little choice. I'm afraid your life is forfeit. We are too far in, and your wounds too severe for any prospect of rescue. I bid you final farewell, for I must take my leave. May you have a better fortune in the next life. Yeah, no kidding. No, this can't be happening. It's just not fair. It's so cruel. Why? Why did this have to happen? Tenmar. Please, Lady Wells, I must have absolute silence lest the healing ritual be nullified. Forgive me, please. Please continue. Let's see. These wounds tell of a tale of considerable skill. His opponent was more than his match, it seems. But fortune smiles upon him, if only in small measures. His swift arrival here has cheated death its due. Any further delay would have seen him pass through the eternal halls, and he would not have returned. I cannot fathom what manner of brute would strike down Tenmar so coldly. Could this be the work of that rogue swordsman the townfolk speak of? Perhaps, but it's all conjecture at this stage, which we should let the victim identify the culprit himself. Oh, clearly it was the great Dvorak. Well, I guess Dvorak was lying. Take the face, you've come back to us. You know, honestly, the art style sort of actually reminds me of Fire Emblem for some reason. When you didn't return, I grew worried and begged aid of the townsfolk to search for you. They found you in the back alley ruins. Your wounds were most grievous. I thought I'd lost you. So glad you're alive. Brave Sir Knight. Lias, priestess of the sanctum. I must advise you of your predicament, though you may continue resting as I do so. Wait, stop, don't sit up. It's no time to be concerned with manners, you dolt. You're injured. must take care, or... Lady Wells is correct. Your wounds are quite severe. More so than you may realize. Sir Knight, heed me well. I performed all the rituals I know and forestalled any immediate danger to your life. Unfortunately, your wound's near mortal. The situation is still quite dire. It truly pains me to tell you this. You have lost much of your mobility, Sir Knight. Regrettably, you will never swing a sword again. And if you should push to overcome this weakness, you will die. Strength cannot best this foe. I never meant for this to happen. I'm so sorry, Tenmar. I just wanted to raise your spirits. I'd hoped this journey would give you new purpose. I never thought something like this. There must be another way. Another way? Two of you have come to Harlot to unveil the mysteries of Castle Strange Rock, have you not? I assume then you've heard tell of the legendary sword Dragon Slayer. It is that this sword is imbued with an unearthly light, bright as 1,000 torches, and that he who bears it will be granted unconditional victory and unmitigated glory for all time. With the sword's protection, its former owner is even rumored to have vanquished an evil dragon lord. You can't mean... Indeed I do. If Sir Knight should successfully acquire this Dragon Slayer, I believe his body could be fully restored. Truly? If there's even a chance, I'll do everything in my power to find this Castle Strange Rock. I'm afraid it is not quite so simple. This is a task Sir Knight must perform alone. For you see, the Dragon Slayer chooses its bearer. And it is the bearer alone who reaps its benefits. If that is you, Lady Wells, then nothing will come of it. What? How can a sword be so fickle? And how is a man in such a state supposed to acquire it? Sir Knight, you may overcome your limitations with the divine blessings of a guardian. I shall introduce within you a guardian's power, so that you may fight as before. A guardian, as in one of the land's deities? Is such a thing even possible for an outsider? Ordinarily, no. Guardians are typically introduced at birth, as full-grown bodies tend to reject the process. But this is no ordinary circumstance. Sir Knight has seen the gates of the abyss and lived to tell the tale. He stands at the crossroads between life and death, existence and non-existence. It is truly a miracle that he yet draws breath, and in every way it is exactly as if he were born anew. So what you're saying is, it'll work? Exactly. In his present state, I believe Sir Knight is capable of accepting a guardian within him. And I am willing and able to perform the infusion. Tenmar, this is great news. If you do this, you can seek the new sword. And it's better than the alternative, is it not? Tenmar? It seems Sir Knight's resolve has weakened, and his heart is troubled, and his will shaken. His spirit still shines, however. It is fresh and pure, cleansed from his return to this earthly plane. Brave, tormented Sir Knight, forgive my impertinence, but I beg you to consider these next words carefully. You take pride to live in this era, do you not? Despite what I see before me now, I cannot accept that a man such as you would lament his fate. A stern and stoic man. A man who bears a destiny much larger and greater than my own. Truly, you are a courageous individual. For you have been gifted the life of a knight in a time of great challenge for the Order. I got my attention now. You're proud of who you are, yet conflicted. You may not know what your purpose may be. Why, a knight in this ignoble day and age? What reason is there for clinging to this life? You must search within yourself for the answer. If you cannot find it, all is lost. It is imperative that you reclaim your honor as a knight, even if to only validate your existence. You owe yourself this opportunity, and truly the epic nature of this quest befits your struggle. This is a lot of setup for a game that was originally released on the Neo Geo, I'll tell you that right now. I trust you have reached a verdict, then. Time is of the essence. We must begin immediately. As priest of the sanctum, I shall now commence the ceremonies of baptism and communion. Lady Wells, your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Oh, of course, anything I can do. Enter your Southern Baptist jokes here and now. Or he is hail! You have accepted a guardian. Sylphid is now a part of you. The guardian's Sylphid enhances your physical stamina. While bound to you, your maximum HP is increased. I think that's the other thing that Falcom always does great, is actually their artwork. Like, maybe not like their in-game... Well, okay. Their in-game graphics actually can be really good, as seen with the latest Ys game. But I'm talking about, like, hand drawings and such. Those are always beautiful. It was more difficult than expected, but the induction is complete. Tenmar, I'm so relieved. I'm glad that you're back to normal. I don't know what I would have done. Sir Knight, one very important detail yet remains. Guardians infused at birth have an incredible bond with their hosts that cannot be readily separated. But your case is unique. As you bear the mark of one who has seen death, the Guardian's bond is more tentative. What are you saying? What does that mean for him? In this particular instance, it means that the Guardian's bond with Sir Knight may be very easily broken. Even when Guardians are infused at birth, it is in their nature to separate from their host when they perceive death. But within Sir Knight's body, death is omnipresent, and in such environs, who can say how a guardian will react? Or Tenmar, I thought our worries were over, but things have gotten more complicated. Only imagine how you feel. I am literally using the gods as a crutch. The situation is complicated indeed. That is why locating the sacred sword is of the utmost urgency. The fragility of this bond may actually be a boon to Sir Knight, however. Sylphid's tenuous hold should grant him the option of re-infusion. Re-infusion? As he can exchange guardians? Never imagined such a thing to be possible. Can he really survive that? I'm confident that he could. It is an atypical procedure, but a safe one under these conditions. What do you mean Pit does the same thing? And if done properly, it should allow him to benefit from the blessings of many different guardians as the situation demands. How extraordinary. Pity such a thing is only possible because of such unfortunate circumstances. Sprinkled about this land are countless guardians, lost to the march of time. If you should encounter one of whose blessings may be a benefit, bring to me the card within which each spirit is sealed. I shall gladly perform the ritual to bind you anew. For the power of flight, yeah. But I don't know about anything else. I mean, effectively it was his own willpower and skill as a guardian. Or Palutena was the reason of his powers. Now then, the hour grows late, and you have been through a great ordeal, Sir Knight. I bid you good night, and see to it that you are safely escorted back to your room at the inn. Rest well, for you are still weak. Should you need me, I will be here. As Tenmar took his leave of the Spirit's sanctum, his mind and body still adjusting to the turbulent course his life had taken, he no doubt recalled the days of his youth, and the sudden loss of both his parents to war. Orphaned in an instant, he swore that he would help reforge a new era, a better era, free of the ravages of war, so he had pledged himself to knighthood. It was there that he met the truest of comrades, a man, a friend whose will and ambition perfectly mirrored his own. That man was Marquis Furnival, a gallant young leader of the North Sea Chevaliers. As far as Tenmar was concerned, the Marquis was not only a benevolent, valiant, and respectable leader, but also a true companion and confidant. This admiration and loyalty was a sentiment shared by many, for Marquis Furnival's influence and charm were a thing of legend. Outspoken and fearless, the Marquis would preach of purity and justice, inspiring eager young knights to flock to his banner in droves. But even such noble ideology could not withstand the inexorable tide of political change. The Prime Minister, Zordius, declared war on the knights, ordering all crusading factions to disband immediately. The North Sea Chevaliers were no exception. Tenmar was ready and willing to challenge this decree at his side until the bitter end, but the Marquis refused to let his friend follow in his fate. If the Chevaliers are to continue fighting, it will be under your charge. They are mine no longer, was the Marquis's reply. He had chosen to follow his ideals to the gallows where they led. And with those words, the two never spoke again, their friendship gone as quickly as it had formed. To Tenmar, the Marquis became a symbol of a life worth living and a future worth fighting for. It was the very embodiment of the principles held most dear by the North Sea Chevaliers. For such a man to leave his life's work undone and die so that others might live in a new area, he believed should come to pass. It seemed clear that the Marquis Furnival had not shunted aside his duty, but embraced it. Have yourself a good night, Garland. As he tells it, Tenmar had not come to this realization himself until quite some time after he left the field of battle. But with his friend gone and the knights scattered, his faith in their cause was shaken, and he was metaphorically cast adrift. It was only when he found himself literally adrift aboard a small boat on a certain misty lake that he began to understand the merit of his values and commenced his search for a new lot in life. I'm actually trying to recall how long it takes to actually beat this game. I want to say this game probably takes, if I remember correctly, how long to beat, so maybe 14 hours? So this might actually only take us a week to beat. So, while you've been resting, I've been doing a bit of research, and I think I found something. Ah, well, Great Dvorak didn't take the tablet, then. These are the tabula from the ruins, Tenmar. You had these on you when you were found. I hope you don't mind that I looked them over. They're quite old. The lettering carved into them is no longer used. It hasn't been for a very long time. It is considered a sacred script of sorts, and one used exclusively by the literati of Xanadu Kingdom. You've heard of Xanadu, no? Troubadours often sing of it. Songstress Sandra downstairs seems to be enamored with it, in fact. Scholars tell that it was once quite a prosperous kingdom. Some even called it a paradise on earth. It stood for over 1,000 years. And it would seem all the ruins around here are in some way related to the Xanadu Kingdom. I'm willing to bet Castle Strange Rock has some connection as well. If you find any slates or tablets like these, be sure to bring them to me for a translation, okay? These are exactly the kind of things we're looking for. They're the keys to unlocking the mysteries of Harlech Island. And with enough time, I can easily decipher each and every one you show me. Speaking of which, I actually translated these particular tabulae while you were resting. If you're interested in reading my notes, just let me know. I'll be honest, it feels good to actually play another RPG again. It feels really good. I'll do whatever I can to help you. So please, find the sacred sword and the Dragon Slayer, okay? I kept my money. What's the tabula say? To the inheritors of history. That's a lot of tablets! That is a lot of tablets. To the inheritors of history. I tell of my homeland founded by the great Kublai Khan, and proclaimed in Eden by all those who behold its fair vistas. Its name, Xanadu. Here the songs of the birds ring out, the flowers are always in bloom, and the light of the sun doth shine warmly upon all the land. Praise the sun! Truly, Xanadu is a place of beauty and peace. However, it is not my intent to extol the glory of this countryside herein. Rather, the duty that falls upon to me is the fact of minutia and fact, to make accurate record of the history that's befallen us. And even in such a place as Xanadu, for every light that burns pure, a shadow is also cast. To those who shall inherit it and succeed our history, I beg ye read this account carefully, and with open mind. I regrettably chronicle that twice did our paths cross with hideous calamity of unimaginable horror. The devil Galsis, he who rules the world of nothingness, he brings forth apparitions to defile us. At his hands, the ideals of our just and righteous community turned to ashes, and our Eden became a land governed by lust and vice. As we stand now, however, we have overcome these tribulations, and re-established a prosperity befitting Xanadu. We owe our gratitude for this good fortune to the heroes and wise men of the past, who drove this devil from our land. The first invasion of Galsis was thwarted by a valorous youth, who bore the sacred sword sent to our aid by his liege, King Guillidan? Guillidan, let's go with that. And guided by the one star's light. The second invasion of Galsis was repelled by a beautiful and valiant princess who carried with her the self-same sword. Both of these figures have since been accorded the highest honors in the annals of history. Light coexists with shadow, and so too must the tales of Xanadu's calamitous past coexist with those of its heroes. For to remember the trials we have faced, it is important we also remember the means through which they were overcome. The phrasing suggests that it was written by a historian from ancient Xanadu. It really is a remarkable find. If its contents are accurate, that means Xanadu was visited by some sort of demon not once but twice. And this sacred sword, I can only assume it to be the Dragon Slayer itself. I'm not familiar with this legendary hero or princess with the historian writes of, however. I wonder who they were. Hey Tenmar, don't you find this all very exciting? Doesn't it just give you the shivers? Whenever I hear these grand tales of old, I always think about all the people who lived in those times. The people who got caught up in it all. I'd always imagine, what if we were them? Ah, sorry, I got a bit caught up I got caught up in it all for a moment. Before you go, I have something to give you. Believe it or not, I actually made you lunch. After all you've been through, 'tis the least I could do. A packed lunch! Surprised? I started taking cooking lessons from Alcott. I'm not very good just yet, but I intend to give it everything I've got. So expect a lot of my special-made lunches from here on out. And if all goes well, they're sure to get better and better with each one. You're looking forward to it. Oh, cool, I get experience for it. Looks like I lost my abilities here. That's a... Wow, they unequipped everything. Homemade sandwich. A simple ham and egg sandwich. It's a little squashed. It restores 100 HP though, so that's simply worth it. There we go. Hopefully with all that out of the way. Actually, speaking of which, we can actually equip all of our gear right now. Ridiculous not to equip it. And there's our guardian there in our picture. God! Oh, it was a delicious sandwich. I love it. Ham and egg. That actually sounds delicious, honestly. The lady staying in the room next to yours is some kind of treasure hunter. We get all kinds here. She's quite flashy and tough looking with her short hair of hers. It's such an eye-catching style. Perhaps you met her? Actually, it's probably worth going to. I guess I get the experience from the tablet. Oh well, I already ate a ham sandwich. That is what we accomplished here. I believe this is probably the, yep, songstress Sandra. I kind of wish, like, it wasn't just simply a pure overhead for the village here. How did I compose a song dedicated to Castle Strange Rock? The beautiful land is quite mysterious. The whole island is covered in a sprawl of fantastical ruins, The people are blessed by ancient spirits. There is certainly no lack of musical inspiration in such a magical setting. If I couldn't make a memorable piece surrounded by so many muses, I could hardly call myself a troubadour. I'm guessing this is Alcott. Yep. Feeling better, huh? Well, there ain't nothing to be done about wounds like those. That's what you expect from Lady Lise, though. I probably should buy some keys, because I'm not done exploring the backwater ruins. So hopefully we went through all of the stuff we need to worry about. So let's go here. Buy one more key. There we go. I'm wondering. There we go. It's finally actually starting to increase in cost. I was curious about that. Oh, actually curious. I'm going to sell one of these bones here. So we have what? What did that do? Okay, so that set it back to 20. So if anything, then I'm going to wait until it just gets too expensive for me, and then I'm going to sell them. As one grows, so too does the guardian one bears within. This child to be raised with care, the guardian within would also be raised up and grant greater protection to the child. Thanks be to Xanadu. Well, how do I check? Oh, I see. Bonus 6, and I have more HP. Increases max. Oh, okay, so even the spirits have levels. Interesting. Well, now that we've been robbed, everything taken from us, unfortunately. I just realized something. Oh, apparently enemies don't respawn then. So, about weapon skills here, so you basically have your own area here to store all your weapon skills, so Thrust was actually unequipped from us there. So if we want to equip it, anything here from F1 to F4 is actually our, for our passive and active skills, and we can even actually have a item slot here, so we can actually store our heal potion here. Probably should have actually put the lunch there. But to actually access it, you can actually press up and down on the D-pad, or press left and right. We'll also change our abilities here. Now though, let's go in and see our weapon here. Explored it. Yeah, we explored everything over there. So I wanted to actually explore what is also down over here. So hopefully there was something else worthwhile. Or we can just fight a bunch of more monsters. Sure, that works too. This is definitely a lot. Oh, you can really do bring the hurt on them if they actually strike them from behind. Of course, they could actually do the same to me. You know, there's actually one game I probably actually should show you guys that are required for me to actually set up a PlayStation 2. It would be Azure Dreams. That is a fun one. I also wish I had Air Guys. If you guys actually remember the fighting game Air Guys, there's actually a dungeon crawler game within that. Jumping! I didn't even know there was jumping. Note that there's a crevice spanning the floor over here. If you run directly at it, you will automatically leap, clearing the gap. If you approach it slowly, or bit by bit, however, you won't have enough momentum to jump properly. You'll fall right in. This rule applies to all sudden drop-offs throughout the game, so please plan your approaches accordingly. Oh no. In game design, we trust. In game design, we trust. Acquired Whirlwind. Interesting. And we got a spell. Acquired Spellbook. What do we get here? We have Spellbook. It contains the incantations for Needle. Those who read it will learn its ways of magic. Spell Needle level 1 was learned. Okay. And this is Whirlwind. Skill Plunder, an axe enchanted with magic to lessen its weight. Not particularly powerful, definitely the lightest of all axes. But unfortunately, I can't actually equip it because I need 6 strength, 6 intellect, intelligence, and 6 reflexes. Plus, I do actually want to learn thrust as well. But according to the actual game, you actually can only go up to 200% in proficiency. I think that's it, actually. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Yeah, I guess that's it, actually. Like, the PlayStation 2, like, I'd say the 2000s was a great time for for dungeon crawling RPGs. It's kind of sad that you don't really see them as much anymore. So speaking of which, we haven't actually even saved the game yet. Probably actually do that. Forge your deeds. Oops, that's the wrong button. There we go. That's the holy shrine they were talking about. I gotta talk to her, because I can't think of anywhere else to go. Guardian Ceremony, allocate bonus points. Here we go. So we actually have a level. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button again. So I have 6 points here. So please distribute your points. Remember, you may decrease and attributes to replenish points. Okay, so you can basically... So right now, I probably want to actually make sure I can... Anything, I'll probably just do this. Just increase 1 of everything. Oh, you can even see actually what they do. So let's see what reflexes do. I'm curious about that one. Accuracy and evasion, and it looks like it also increases my attack as well. Okay. So strength is probably just attack. Attack and accuracy. What does intelligence do? Increase my magic, resistance, or... Constitution. Oh, here you go. That actually finally gives an explanation. Affects physical attack power, affects magic power, affects hit rate and evasion rate, constitution, affects physical defense and vitality. So yeah, that definitely increases my HP. What does mind do? Affects magic resistance. Ah, okay. Well, for now, I guess I'll probably just do 1 of each then. Kind of do a more balanced build. Oh, we actually just... Yeah, I can even save the point, too. Oh, I can even decrease it, too. I'm curious what the leveling down system is supposed to be like. I'll probably try that if I really screw up on a build. I don't exactly have much money, but I can probably see what the shop actually has for sale. So this is definitely a game where you sell your item, you're gonna be tough. Yeah, so I wanted that cleaver there. And I can get insight, but that's gonna cost me 200 gold. I mean, apparently for equipping any items. Oof, 2,000 gold. Yeah, even helmets in this game actually have special effects, so silence defense, fire resistance, ice resistance, lightning resistance, so there is some worthwhile to actually equipping your equipping items and such. This is the boatman. Fisherman Ned. Well now, weren't you that chap that was carried to the spirit sanctum yesterday with all the wounds? You sure you should be moving about? Miss Liz is tending you. In it a bit early to be cavorting about? No idea of it. Going outside, be sure you take care. The route ain't marked and getting lost is as easy as breathing. Branching paths every which way and ruins all over. And pretty daunting, but just don't lose your head. Just push on and you'll be fine, I'm sure of it. Though, be sure you don't get carried away either, you hear? Think you're in trouble? You come right back to town. No sense in dying young. I can actually leave the town now. It's a shame I actually don't know where to go. It's actually one of the few times I actually like more recent game design. Actually having people say, it's like, hey, you should go here. Just so you know, buying spell books alone doesn't make you a mage. You need to read the book and make use of the spells inside. Magic attaches to you just like skills do, so use it exactly the same way. If you want to learn more, just ask that merc who hangs out in the armory. He'll tell you everything you need to know. I doubt he's the merc. Found tricks and traps. If you don't keep your wits about you, you won't be getting past them. Strength will only see you so far. Yeah, so... He tells me then. Spells. So we actually have spells here. Shoots forth a magic blade. We can actually set that as a magic. Within me as a guardian I was fated to have. My whole family has been in the mining business for as long as anyone can remember, you see. That's why my father chose the guardian that will help me find lots of ore. Guessing there's something worthwhile over here. Eaglet Mountain outside. And I cannot climb a ladder. Maybe the priestess might actually have a place to tell me where I can go next. How do you fare? The investigation has concluded. You may now travel freely and explore the ruins to the north if you wish. Most regrettably, no clues to the incident were found. The murder of the traveler does not bear some resemblance to the attack on your person, however. The culprit may be the same. I beg you take care as you begin your search in the ruins. Alright, so I guess I don't have to go into the back alley ruins, I can now just go into the ruins proper. Actually, I probably should save first. If I actually use this. There we go. Oh god, they split into smaller slime. And apparently I can... Oh, they dodge. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. Basically, immediately attached to the town is the ruins. Hey, there's the treasure hunter. It's like time just stopped, capturing the most powerful, lifelike expression. It looks so real, like she could awaken at any moment. Relics of Xanadu like this will fetch a pretty price. If I had some way to take it back with me. Anyway. Who goes there? Ah! Don't surprise me like that. Wait, aren't you a knight? Oh my, aren't you splendid looking? I look like I'm in rags. My name is Agnes. I'm a treasure specialist. What's with that look? Not everyone has the luxury of being as honorable or as noble as you know. The world just isn't a fair place after all. So what brings such a splendid knight like yourself to a place like this? Castle Strange Rock? Again with the grand tales. You'll need more than just a sword to reach that place. After all, just getting through these ruins is hard even for someone of my talents. Like right now, there's this troublesome door that can't be opened without the key. That door with a giant round hole, just how do you open the darn thing? I suspect you need to place something there, but what? A door with a giant round hole. Come to think of it, I did find a circular stone in a chest earlier. Apparently I can cut all the debris then. This is Legend of Zelda now. We are apparently We apparently clear out lawns. And it's a shame I actually can't get that 3 gold. Nope. Hello? Okay. For a second I thought I lost control of my character. Oh, I can attack the grass. Oh my god, this literally is Legend of Zelda. See, I think that's probably the thing that actually reminds me of. It really does remind me of Legend of Zelda. Like, I just enjoy that aspect of it. It's worthwhile actually striking after. Ah. Oh, that goblin. Oh, he hurts like a... Alright. Okay. That's painful. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to kill that person, no way. Let's not die young, shall we? I don't want to really use that potion first. Let's just talk to that and also save, because we can. Something tells me I need to get more experience then. It's hard to tell if I'm actually in front of... Oh, well, actually there is a way to tell. That little arrow there actually reveals it. I should probably wait till they attack before attacking myself. Still, I was only doing 1 damage to that thing. My attack right now. I want to see like how high that dagger's attack increases. I certainly know how to hit hard. Skill get. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's actually see what this does. Assuming I'm going to be able to attack. Okay, so it literally just shoots out a sword. Interesting. Hey, nice. Level up. Yep, and level up. Anytime you level up will refresh your skills. That's 103. Doesn't look like I do any more damage. It's for the magic blade. Increases max HP. Wow, I actually jumped up in HP. That's a lot of slimes. That this goblin... What's with the goblins and doing so much damage? It's like they've... Oh, way too much HP. Okay, so I can't hit multiple enemies at the same time. Oh, forget it. Just knock them down. I wonder what a big enemy is like then. All for 20 gold. do need to figure out, though, is how to actually, oh, don't attack the grass. So I guess you also get a treasure after every time you actually clear out a room. Nice. Of course, I could actually choose not to die. That'd be nice. That wasn't all the enemies, was it? Nope! We're out of here. Yeah, I had a feeling. This is definitely going to be an interesting adventure. You know what also the music kind of reminds me of? I'm trying to put my finger on it. It reminds me of, Illusion of Gaia, oddly enough. I wasn't the biggest fan of that game. I always got lost in those dungeons I always got lost in. The story was great, though. Like, well, okay, it was a mix, honestly. It's definitely a game I never got to see before. My brother greatly enjoyed that game. He actually knew how to play that game. And he also tells me that this is the time where the stats are going to really matter. What's my percentage for this sword? 157. So at 157, let's just open up this door. Oh crap, wrong button. And Flay doesn't look like if the moment I jump down, I'm not getting back up. Wound me, sir. All for 4 experience. That's not a lot of experience these goblins give out. Let me take a look at the map here. Go straight again. What's here? Beware, monsters beyond this point. And what was before this point? The welcoming committee? Yeah, so you can quickly get a quick log. Of all of your attacks and such. I'm just gonna use thrust here. I am doing more damage. Oh, it was. Level up. That's level 3. Oh, 1% off. You're kidding me. Do I need to equip that axe? Oh yeah, okay, so I equipped that for Whirlwind. Basically I'm just going to increase my attack power by 3, but I'm going to have to learn how to use that axe. Let's see here. Yeah, your raw stats don't change at all, so every time you want to actually really level up, you've got to, there you go, 200%. So now I can actually equip this here, and start using the axe. It's interesting. And also, why am I walking this way? Oh, a key! That's actually a surprise. I guess something tells me that attacking is just gonna remain the same no matter what. Oh, come on. I also just realized, so I can actually still use thrust now. As many times as I like, despite not actually having the dagger equipped anymore. That's basically how ease worked out. It was honestly kind of an interesting system, but I was honestly mixed on it. So if I actually go to my weapon arts here, so plunder passively drastically increases the gold obtained from enemies. So if you ever want to actually have a passive skill work, you have to actually put it in your skill bar here. So there's going to be passive skills and active skills. Apparently I found a second cap as well. So we got these enemies here. Why is there two of them? Yeah, so I guess I need to actually take care of those people. Oh, thank goodness he missed. And he's too close to me. Yeah, I need you to kind of be at range, please. I really need you to be at range. Or I can just knock you down. Knock you down. And finish you off. He only does that. I'm actually curious now. Alright. You do more damage? You do more. You are weak to magic. Okay. That works a lot better than physical attacks. Your guardian has improved a level. Nothing happened. Okay. So I guess those statues instantly level up your guardians. Although I need to heal, though, unfortunately. I want to try and stockpile my money. See, although, like, I know, like, Japan has so many of these type of games that I would love to just sit down and play through. And yet they never show up on Steam or any other platform. And it drives me nuts. Like, I could easily see myself throwing hundreds of hours streaming these type of games. Like, they have a nice, enjoyable story that you can play through and sit back and relax. And I forgot to put up my stats. Being a dummy. I'm actually gonna see what the level down system does first. I'm curious what that does exactly. Level down. So you say you wish to train yourself anew, Sir Knight. All aspects of your training other than weapon skills shall be returned to what they were the previous level. Do you still wish to proceed? That's just an option to go down one level. Do I lose my stats? Your level has been decreased. It takes great courage to step back. Your determination is admirable. Okay, bonus points. Yeah, you literally just lose your stats. That's actually interesting. So if I actually want to learn Plunder, I'm going to be stuck with the axe for a while, so why not just level up all my stats evenly? Let's see what that does. This is probably actually not the best way to level up, I'll tell you that right now. Because something tells me, like, a speedrunner would know exactly, like, a really good build. Or you can just, you know, do a build that you find to be more enjoyable to you. Like, if you actually take enjoyment from leveling up as more of a warrior-based class. Or a magical-based class. I say no. But those guys... But the goblins want to use... I'm gonna need to use magic for them. Which is kind of nice, actually. It tells me, hey, you just can't hack and slash your way through everything and expect to do well. But actually do some thinking. That's not what I want to fight. There we go. And I can just stop and just press attack on the D-pad there. Oop. And the tree blocked me. The grass blocked my shot, believe it or not. The actual grass blocked my shot. Come on, I need you to come over here. There we go. Okay, I'm not a fan of that part, though. Like, the whole grass actually blocking shots. That can go away. Because you can only actually target one thing at a time. Oh, you can just auto-fire that. I thought you could only do it slowly. Never mind, you can... Well, never mind, you can just blast away. Of course, you can only use your weapon so many times. Oh, this is bad. Nope, we're out of here. I do not have enough magic to take that on. Hey, mind stepping aside for a moment? My intuition is correct then. Yeah, so she had the item needed to progress. There we go. Aha! Just as I suspected, this disc works just like a key. There are locked doors strewn about this place that block off new areas. The ruins of this island are rather tricky, aren't they? Even the monsters here can't be underestimated. I wonder if I should go back to town. Look, if you want to go on ahead, then you're certainly more than welcome to. I'm just saying I shouldn't go right now. That's what my intuition is telling me anyways. Yeah, that's what mine would be telling me too. If I didn't enjoy exploring. That's definitely a room you're gonna be fighting a boss in. I am not ready for that. That is a lot of goblins. Oof. It's a shame that they put like a hard cap on that. So if you actually want to level up, you've got to put your spend some time leveling up your character. Oh, right. This section didn't have anything. So, what I can do then, I should go and heal. Oh, there's a little sign here. What's it say? Harlech Village. I am terrible. I'm terrible in so many ways. I should have gone return to title. Should have just clicked return to title. What's that say? Oh, fight. Let's do that again. So, if I press square, I'm using that item there. That's what's happening. And that's what's killing me on the inside here. What I wanted to do was actually see if there was any better weapons or armor and how I should focus my stats towards, because something tells me this isn't exactly enough. Or I should also consider getting myself more magic. Which I might actually consider getting myself more magic. Yeah, so I need 9 strength for the cleaver. That does 25. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me what the skills do until I actually level them up. Definitely looks like if you save up quite a bit, you can definitely get where you want to go. I guess I'm actually not really taking as much damage as I need to, as I would think I would. But I do want to get rid of this cap here, since I don't need 2 caps. Plus I can just buy another cap if needed. I'll probably actually buy some spells. already bought Needle. I wonder if you could level up magic. What spells do we have here? We have Needle, we have Fire, we have Ice, and we have Thunder. I'm more of a fan of Thunder myself. And can't really go... Actually, you know what I should do? I should do this. I'm just gonna buy myself a ton of keys. Go. Because what I want to experiment is if I sell the bone, what would actually happen? Am I actually saving this? Plus I also leveled up. Because there's nothing that's actually going to allow me to, Guardian Ceremony. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 Guardians. Interesting. Also swap Guardians at the Sanctum. Simply click on the Guardian you wish to use from the Guardian list in the lower left side of the screen. There's no limit to the amount of times you can swap Guardians. Cool. Allocate bonus points, and let's just put 1 in everything for now. Although I find it... Okay, so you can only actually do it once. Interesting. So that's the point of leveling down. You just revert down your level and you lose the stats you've invested in. What I need to do, I need to learn how to use Thunder. But what happens if I... Yeah, because I have a proficiency, you can see that despite this actually offering more attack, because I have the proficiency increased to 200%, I actually have more damage using the dagger. So it definitely gives you the incentive to level up. So you're going to do... check out, see if she... Nope, she's still not there. What got? Let's see if she actually levels... Yeah, so she's actually just another place I can save. I should have talked to Char first. That's probably should have been the first thing I did. Know if you're going, be sure you're prepared. What's out there? Stock up on items, wear your best armor and such. Okay. Oh, she's not gonna give me another sandwich. Oh, I wanted another ham and egg sandwich. That honestly sounds delicious, and I kind of want to try one now. Although, what kind of egg would you... How would you cook your eggs? How do you take your eggs? I personally take mine scrambled. I wonder if there's a potion that actually restores your skill points. I'm actually curious about that. Items, so... Cures all status ailments, cures poison, healing, and this just returns you back to the village, okay. 50, actually probably worth buying, considering I only have 200 HP. Alright, let's go see if we can fight whatever is over there. And why not just level up my proficiency? Just a little bit more. Ah, damn it. One thing that does suck is that your skill and opening up items and such are all bound to the same button. So you can accidentally use the wrong spell. Hello, what's this? Ooh. Oh, lizard. Should've grabbed ice. Nope, you are definitely not. I also forgot to equip. Nope, you're definitely not weak to that. Okay. So 3. Looks like this is gonna take forever. Does that? Yep, that just goes straight through. I definitely came to this battle unprepared. Yep, I came to this battle very unprepared. Yeah, no, it's 2. How stubborn are you? Really? Now I can't actually... The one time I actually want to heal. Wait. Okay. How do I use... How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Nope, never mind. So the one thing that actually sucks: return from town, return from last save point. Okay, at least it gives me options. So the one thing that kind of sucks that I haven't figured out yet is how to use healing potions while in battle. And I kind of wish the game actually explained that, because that seems like a pivotal, kind of important, honestly. It also seems like very much like in E's game, you need to reach a certain threshold. Plus, also, I probably should have actually taken a look at my magic. Let's see if that actually does anything. So I'm gonna give it one more try. He's not responding to physical. Why not try? If he didn't respond to that, I'm gonna guess he's probably weak to ice. I mean, it's the one thing that always makes sense, is fire is usually weak to ice. But I only have lightning, so I'll probably have to farm up a little bit more money before I kill this salamander. Let's make sure we have that equipped. Let's try this again. That's rude, honestly. Oh, he's actually a little weak too. Oh, he's stunned too. Oh. Yeah, he's actually stunned. Still not enough damage though. Honestly, I'm just gonna kill myself. This is gonna take forever. That is definitely gonna take a while, if I go with that route. So what I need to do, I need to find a way to actually do more damage. Which means one thing, I need to grind. Start the Live to Win music. Probably just gonna level up my mind. Oh, not my mind, my intelligence then. Let's see, how long does it take me to level up? Next will be 370 experience. Ooh. Well, at least now I know why they have the level down system. I wouldn't be surprised though if I only had to level up that takes 4. Gotta love when you get a critical. what's over here then? That plunder skill's really nice, honestly, already. It is really paying for itself. Oh, what? Yeah, no, let's get rid of you. Money. Oh, no. Hey, I'm doing enough damage to actually fight those things now. Skill get. Oh, I got plunder. Nice. I can do then. I'm curious. Yep, I can finally actually do enough damage to these guys. And my guardian has leveled up. Especially if I backstab him. Puzzle. This looks like a two-person puzzle. Come on. Really? I can't... That's weird. Usually I would be able to control the camera. Jumbo green slime. That is actually a gigantic slime. Okay. Let's actually adjust things here. Okay, you're really weak to lightning. Oh, you still do a lot of damage. Okay, they do a lot of damage regardless. I didn't even get to see what that was supposed to be. Memoirs Reflection, an old document written in the script of Xanadu, in sacred Xanadu script. Char might be able to decipher it if you give this to her. Alright, cool. Let's go and give that to her then. Oh, well, there you go. There's your solution. One and two, and what do we get? Sweet, free treasure. Is that a Guardian card? Guardian card, Damon Katse. It's a cat. About the Guardian, Damon Katse. This Guardian allows you to use skills more often. Maximum SP of each skill is increased while wearing this. Oh, while bearing this. Interesting. This actually looks like it's so sad this game was actually, of all places, was released on the N-Gage and then basically remastered onto PC, because this actually looks like it's a really cool game. Like, I'm definitely looking forward to playing through this. And we're just gonna run, because I personally choose not to die. And I'm definitely not anywhere near close enough to leveling up. Let's see what she has to say with these documents here. And this. That's. And also check on my proficiency on Pilfer, 127. So I'm not done using that weapon yet. I kind of like this. I gotta admit, this is a lot easier than E7. Weapons and learning skills and leveling them up, because that went overboard. You know, this clearly being I guess a prototype of their system works a lot better. Oh, I see you found some old memoirs. I'll get started on translating these right away. Relinquish memoirs to Char. Let's see here. Read memoirs. I haven't translated these yet. Oh, so she actually has to... So you actually have to wait. That's actually interesting. Tenmar, there might be something important written on the stone tabula. It would be best to look them over if anything catches your eye. Those memoirs don't really seem that important when compared to what the tabula say. But they, too, might hold valuable clues. If you've got time, it wouldn't hurt to check them over. Let's see what happens if I rest. If that'll actually make things go by quick. Let's see here. Nope, she's still translating. That doesn't solve it. So it is about that time. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want me to stop? Because it's usually around my stopping time. Or do you want me to keep going until I can kill that salamander? But something tells me we'll probably have to do a bit of grinding, regardless. Let's see, bonus 3. Did I gain another level? I don't think I did. Sir Knight, might that be... It would appear you have found a Guardian card. Keep that card here. There we go. So that allows me to... Yep, this increases that. A lustrous black cat with sable fur of color of a cloudless night. Originally known as the familiar for witches, this elusive spirit can occasionally be found basking in the moonlight. And then there's Sylphid here, guardian spirit with elegant female curves. Once named the Will of the Wind, blowing through trees and across lakes. Its song envelops a person in a healing aria. It is a teasing spirit as well as enjoys tricking travelers. And it gives me extra HP. I wonder how many levels. Bonus points, yeah, I only have 3 points. The only other thing I do right now... I'm not done learning Whirlwind. What I actually probably should have done... I'm not gonna decrease my stats right now. I think what I will do, though, is... Once I max out the Whirlwind, I'll figure out what weapon I actually want to equip next. Which honestly seems like I'll be using that Pilfer skill throughout this adventure. And figure out what weapons I actually want to use, because it's like I actually want to make sure I actually get a lot of damage, with the sneak attack actually sounding interesting here. Because the damage looks like it actually can increase quite a bit, honestly. Getting the like the other half of it though is like just making sure I have the stats for it. Like the maces do. I could actually get the mace right now. So I think if anything I might actually go for that next instead of the cleaver. But we'll see. Because attacks do matter. That's gonna do it for me tonight then. If anything I'll leave the salamander for tomorrow. And we'll grind out a couple more levels. If anything though, let me go and see who else is streaming. It definitely feels great. Getting back into streaming. Sorry that the music mutes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's one of those, like, you all tap, music goes silent. But it looks like there's only one person right now I know is streaming right now, and you should definitely give him a hello and wish him a happy Easter and stuff, what time there is left. There is actually Exposure, and he's actually streaming one of his games. He's super into it right now, but he's also having a little bit of frustration playing at that, playing at that mid-level there, or higher level. It's actually Warhammer Vermintide 2. It's actually a really great, it is effectively a Left 4 Dead game, but with a lot more focus on melee combat and blocking and such. So it's not just a simple run and gun and have fun. You really gotta bring a lot of skill once you actually are asked to. Once you basically can't use a weapon, ranged weapon anymore, and you have to actually get in the melee of it. So I'm gonna give him a host and go and say hi to him. But it feels really great. This is going to be our RPG for hopefully the next couple of days, maybe the next week, and hopefully we won't have much to... Hopefully this won't last the entire month like Final Fantasy 15 did, because I have an idea of a couple games I want to be able to go through. But as always, though, if there is a game you do want to see that I do own, you can check my backloggery and use that suggestion box extension there and ask if you would like to see a game during one of my streams. So anything I've listed in my backloggery, I can stream right now. Until then, though, as always, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed seeing Xanadu next. Maybe actually be worth your time. It definitely looks like it's going to be worth mine. Until then, take care.